RevTrack's integration with Jira streamlines SAP change delivery by synchronizing agile development workflows with transport management processes. Bidirectional data flow ensures Jira tasks align with SAP changes from backlog to sprint and deployment, eliminating manual updates and reducing errors. This integration accelerates delivery timelines, increases productivity, and enforces compliance, enabling SAP teams to meet agile objectives without sacrificing system stability. In this demonstration, we're going to create an issue in Jira which will automatically create a RevTrack request. This request will migrate the transports associated with this change through the landscape, keeping the Jira ticket up to date along the way. We will then assign the Jira issue to a fixed version and in turn the RevTrack request to a RevTrack release in order to deploy the change to production. Let's get started by creating a new issue in Jira. We're going to name this issue Titanium Add GST and VAT. Usually, we'd add detailed information relating to this issue, which would be all handed across to the developer using the RevTrack integration. After clicking create, we can head into the new issue and after a short moment, see that we've automatically created a RevTrack request. In these fields, we can see the RevTrack request number, a link, and see that the request status is new requests. This real-time synchronization between Jira and RevTrack eliminates manual handoffs, reducing administrative burden and ensuring developers can get started immediately. I'm now going to mark this as in progress in Jira, signifying to the business that we are going to get started on resolving this issue. Clicking the link takes us directly to the RevTrack request number 2799. We can head to the Jira tab to find all the related details of the Jira ticket and also head to the References tab to find a link back to the issue should we require. Heading to the Technical tab, we can see that there are no transports on this change. After development is completed for this change, I'll add the transport to this request and see that transport ending 3555 is now associated. I'll signify that development is now complete by signing and approving this status in RevTrack. We're now going to migrate this change to the quality system. After approving the migration actions and running some safety checks, I can sign and approve this step. In the background, the transport is released and safety checks performed to ensure it is suitable for migration to the target system. After a short moment, we hit refresh and see that the migration has been successful and our change is now in the QA system. Heading back to our issue in Jira, the status automatically updates to in QAS. Here, the business has full visibility over the status of the change, and workflows can be triggered to ensure the appropriate testing can take place. Once this is complete and our change has passed testing, we can head back into RevTrack and mark the user testing step as complete. Heading over to the Jira ticket, we can see that the status is automatically updated to tested as well. This bidirectional status synchronization ensures testing progress is accurately reflected across both platforms, reducing delays and promoting collaboration. Here, we're going to see some of RevTrack's approval dependencies in action. I'm going to mark this change as ready for production deployment in RevTrack. We can head to Jira and see that this does temporarily change the status in the Jira ticket. However, after a short moment, we can see that it reverts back to the user testing complete step. We've set an approval dependency in the integration to say that the status in Jira must be updated to pass, signifying a successful test result before we can mark this change as ready for production deployment. Approval dependencies prevent changes from progressing prematurely, enforcing governance and ensuring that key testing milestones are verified before deployment. Once we've updated the Jira status to pass, we can head back to RevTrack and sign and approve this change as now ready for production deployment. As a sanity check, we can hit refresh and see that this change isn't reverting back to user testing complete like it did before. And back in the Jira issue, the status also remains as ready for production deployment. While this has been happening, these status updates are all logged in RevTrack's audit trail in the Workflow tab for full traceability. In order to deploy this change, I'm going to assign this issue to a fixed version. This new fixed version called Project Titanium will be the release that we can use to push all our changes to production during a scheduled release. Navigating to this fixed version, we can see details relating to the release and the associated issue. When we create this fixed version, it will automatically create a new release request in RevTrack. This will be the release that will migrate this change and any other relevant changes relating to Project Titanium to production in a single unit of work. In RevTrack, we can now add the appropriate changes to this release, number 2800, by navigating to the Release Management Workbench. we can simply drag and drop the changes that we've created as part of this issue, as well as any additional changes as part of the project, whether they were created in Jira or not. Combining Jira-driven and non-Jira changes into a single release in RevTrack streamlines deployment, enabling your SAP team to work flexibly without being restricted by separate tools. After hitting save, we can navigate back to the release and navigate to the planning tab to see that our 3 changes are now associated with this release. Heading to the technical tab, we can also see the 3 transports associated with each of these individual changes. Here, we can complete the appropriate approval, such as a change advisory board approval on the entire release, as well as any additional testing should it be required before the migration to production, such as regression testing. Once this is complete, we can sign and approve as the manager, we can confirm the post-approval actions, run some final safety checks, and sign and approve this migration to production. After a short moment, we can hit refresh and see that all of our changes are in our production system, and our release status has been updated to complete. Back in Jira, we can hit refresh and also see that the Project Titanium release has been updated to the status of released, and our original issue for Project Titanium titled Update GST and VAT has also been updated to complete. In the release, we can navigate to the RevTrack request 2799 and confirm that yes, this change has also been complete. Final status updates across both platforms ensure end-to-end traceability, providing a single source of truth for auditors and business teams. We can also navigate to the Workflow tab to see the audit trail for this change. The complete audit trail captures every action and status change across Jira and RevTrack, supporting compliance and making post-deployment reviews easier. The RevTrack and Jira integration connects agile development with SAP Transport Management, ensuring SAP changes align seamlessly with your Jira workflows. To learn more about RevTrack's integration with Jira or other DevOps tools, visit us at revtrack.com.